So we're going to go through the phytonutrients, which is starting to lead towards our 3-2-1 program, which is the carotenoids, the flavonoids, and the cruciferous compounds. These are the special nutrients in food that deal with the fat-soluble, water-soluble, and the cancer-balancing factors in nature. First of all, the carotenoid complex. We are the first and only whole food derived carotenoid supplement, and we've already shared with you how that we use the red and yellow and orange complements of the fruits and vegetables to attain this. And what we have done in our studies for the scientific work is based upon what the dietitians say that you need. The dietitians say you need 2 to 4 portions of fruits a day and 3 to 5 portions of vegetables a day. And so how much do you get out of eating correct? If you eat exactly the way the dietitians say that you are to eat, how much of these nutrients do you in fact get out of that diet? This is how much we put in our products. Now, the first one that we're going to share about on the carotenoids is how it works to protect heart disease. But when the cholesterol oxidizes, it drops a substance out of that fat that sticks to your arteries like paint or glue, and you can't get it off, and it's pretty seriously damaging, and it is the most damaging effect in all cardiovascular disease when you get plaque out of cholesterol. In his studies, he found how to prevent plaque deposition out of cholesterol. He eventually found that it was the fat-soluble antioxidants, finally isolated them down to the carotenoids, and found that if you get what the dietitians recommend out of your normal, not normal, but a perfect diet, that if you get what's in 3 of our carotenoid complex, that your tissues will have enough fat-soluble antioxidants to protect your cholesterol, even though you don't want much of it. However much you have in there will be protected from oxidizing, and if you protect your cholesterol from oxidizing, it will not drop plaque. And so he basically said that in consuming 3 of carotenoid complex, that you will not have plaque deposition from your cholesterol, and you will be able to prevent the biggest biggest killer in the world today with the proper amount of carotenoids, no problem. Wow, isn't that incredible? Now also we did studies on the fat membrane of the cell oxidizing. If you oxidize and have oxidization on the cell membrane, remember earlier we talked about that being the most important part of your body, that then it will have diseases and short life. And we found in the study that it brought the oxidization of the cells, it reduced it by 44%. This is major life-giving behavior of nutrients on the life of the cell when you have that great of a lack of oxidization of the cell. Also in the immune system, we find that you do make lymphocytes, macrophages, and of course when we work on the immune system, we always have to tell about the famous 37% change in the immune system. So let's go ahead and get into that for a little bit. This is one of the things that causes us to feel that we have the greatest product in the world here in the carotenoid complex. We were investigated in the U.S. because we were making such wonderful claims about this wonderful product, and so the United States Department of Agriculture did a study on our carotenoids, and they were so pleased. They called us up and said, we were doing a secret investigation on you. We want you to know you passed the test. And they were so happy with what they discovered about our product that they wanted to do the study all over again with our help and cooperation so it could be published in scientific journals and let the rest of the world know what they discovered about carotenoids and our product, the carotenoid complex. The carotenoids happen to do its work in the most important place of your body. It stores on the membrane of the cell. Inside the cell you have 2 other fat-soluble membranes, your nucleus and your mitochondria, and these are 2 other very vital functioning parts of you where the life really is. And the carotenoids are storing there in those fat-soluble membranes, protecting the most vital part of your life. This is why the carotenoids are considered the greatest, most important nutrient of all nutrients in the entire existence of food in human life. Now the flavonoids do that job just as good as the carotenoids do, but they do it in lesser important areas. They're floating in the tears of your eyes, and they're in your sinuses, and they're in your mouth, and they're in your lungs, and you take a breath of car exhaust, and they're there neutralizing these harmful chemicals, and you take a puff of a cigarette.